You feel it first as a soft weight, but only because you had forgotten the weight of being seen. A quiet moment, interrupted by something gentle. Your dog's paw resting on your arm. No sound, no hurry, just a touch, as if trying to hold you in place. It's not a demand, not a trick, or a signal for a treat. It lingers, warm, steady. Their eyes meet yours, but they do not speak because they cannot. Yet something passes through that small contact, like a memory or a question. Somewhere behind their calm, there is a wordless story trying to reach you. But you look away. You laugh it off. Maybe you pat their head, then move on with your day. And their paw slips away with a softness that almost feels like disappointment, as if they had tried, for just a moment, to reach you. And maybe you missed it. Maybe there was something in that simple touch you were meant to see, but didn't. Not yet. And there's one thing about this small gesture that might change how you see your dog forever. It looked like nothing, but nothing can be everything. We think we know what it means. A paw on your leg? Probably just a way to get a treat. Or maybe they want you to scratch behind their ear, the way you always do. You tell yourself it's a habit, a leftover from training. You taught them to offer a paw. Sit, stay, shake. It's funny, even cute. Something to show off to friends. Look, he's polite, you joke. And your dog watches you smile, pretending to understand. Sometimes you call them clingy. When you're busy, you might brush their paw away. Not now, you say. And they wait, lowering their eyes, folding their paw back underneath their chest, as if they'd reached too far. You think you're being logical. Paws are for shaking. Commands. Tricks? Nothing more. After all, they don't really feel the way humans do. Or so you believe. You move on with your tasks. Phone in hand. Messages blinking. You barely notice the way they keep glancing at you. You don't see their quiet sigh, the small retreat in their posture. Because we have been taught to read the obvious, the bark, the wag, the jump. But a single paw placed on your arm? We dismiss it. We call it silly. We miss the truth in its softness. Maybe we've been wrong all along. Maybe that paw is trying to say something we never bothered to hear. Because what if that paw wasn't just a gesture? What if it was a lifeline? A quiet signal that your dog is trying to anchor themselves to you in a world that feels too loud, too fast, too uncertain. That small press of their paw against your skin is a promise, a way of saying, I am here with you. And maybe, please, be here with me. Like how a child clutches your sleeve in a crowd, your dog holds on in a world that feels too wide. There are moments they cannot name. Storms that shake the windows. Strangers whose footsteps echo too close. Shadows that move just a little too strangely in the hall. They reach for you, wordless, through a simple touch. That paw is their shield, their bridge, their hope. They trust you to be the calm in their chaos. When your dog rests their paw on you, they are weaving themselves into your moment, like a child slipping a hand into yours without asking permission. Because being near you means safety, means peace. That contact is soft, but it is everything. It is their way of holding on to the one heart they know will not turn away, even when you seem distracted, even when you don't fully see them. They place that paw on your knee because it is the only language they have left to remind you of their need, of their trust, of their love. And then, the silence. No sound, no movement, just hope. It's a quiet plea. Stay with me. Feel what I feel. Don't let me go. Don't let this moment slip away. Think of all the times they placed that paw on you when you were lost in your own storms, when your voice grew tight, when your sighs were heavy. They felt it before you even realized. Dogs carry a strange wisdom. They sense the air around your heart. They know when you're drowning in thoughts or shivering from memories. That paw is their quiet way of lifting you back to shore. They do not ask questions. They do not judge. They simply rest their weight on you, gently, like a lighthouse touching the night. Because if they can hold you for just a second, maybe you won't drift away. Maybe you'll breathe again. In that moment, your dog becomes something more than a companion. They become your tether, your silent guardian. They give you their steadiness when yours is gone. They offer you a piece of themselves, soft fur, steady heartbeat, silent love, all through one paw. No fanfare, no words, just presence. You might think you rescued them. You might think you saved them from a shelter, a cage, a hard life. But in these small, tender moments, they rescue you right back, over and over, with nothing but a touch. So the next time that paw rests on you, do not brush it away. Let it stay. Because within that gentle weight is a promise that even on the hardest days, you are not alone. And you never were. Maybe your dog's paw says more about you than about them. Because how often do you reach out? How often do you place your own hand on someone not to take but to give? Their small gesture becomes a mirror, reflecting how rarely we humans pause to touch with pure intention. We rush past moments of closeness. We let our own storms spill over and forget that simple presence can heal. Your dog never forgets. They teach you each time their paw rests on your skin that love does not need grand gestures. No flowers, no apologies written in long letters. Just a single, gentle wait to say, I am here, with you. If only we listened more like they do, if only we reached out first. Maybe we would notice the quiet hurts in those we love, before they turn into distance. Maybe we would anchor each other before the world shakes us loose. Your dog gives you this lesson freely, over and over. A living reminder that affection can be wordless and still loud enough to save us. Like a lantern that stays lit even through the darkest night. So next time your dog places their paw on you, ask yourself, when was the last time you offered your own hand, just to reassure, just to comfort, just to say, I see you, I'm not going anywhere? Because the bond you share with your dog isn't built from commands or tricks, but from small, unspoken acts that stay. So when that paw rests on you again, pause. Feel the warmth, the trust, the quiet courage behind it. Know that your dog is giving you a piece of their heart. In the simplest way they know, a language without words, a gesture that holds more truth than 1,000 sentences. Maybe you'll notice it differently now. Maybe you'll let it stay a little longer. Because that paw is their way of saying, I love you, I choose you, every single day. And if that small act reminds you of your own dog, of the times they reached for you without asking, leave a word below. We'll hold it with you, just like they always do, just like they always will.